For over 10 years now, we've been told that foreign buyers, empty homes, and short term rentals have been the cause of our BC housing crisis. But here in 2025, a truth is becoming a bit more clear, and these were only distractions. The real issue? We did not build enough homes. Hey there, it's Andy Schildhorn, McDonald Realty, your Langley and Fraser Valley real estate advisor. Today, I want to talk about what I've seen over 30 years in this business, and that is what is driving BC's housing crisis. Not the headlines, not the political spin, but let's just take a look at some truths. Back in 2010, following the Winter Olympics, Vancouver's housing market, it surged, it took off. People were drawn here from across Canada and around the world for the lifestyle, the opportunity, and its natural beauty. This is a place that people can call home. But instead of planning for growth, we started pointing fingers. The foreign buyer narrative, it caught fire. It made for easy headlines and for someone to blame. Were foreign buyers active in the high end of the market? Yes, very much so. But their impact on the overall market, especially the rental market, was minimal. One study even classified buyers with Chinese last names as foreign, ignoring the reality of BC's diverse and growing population. It was misleading. It pulled focus away from the real issue, a growing population and not enough homes. People kept coming, but year after year, we did not build fast enough to keep up. And it wasn't just one problem. It wasn't just speculation. It wasn't just short-term rentals, and it wasn't just vacant homes. The real issue? We made building too hard, too slow, and too expensive. I've worked with families who had to share, move further out, or even giving up on owning altogether. And every time we ignored supply and demand, that gap, it just got wider. As prices rose, more policies followed. We've seen vacancy taxes, we've seen speculation taxes, we've seen money laundering crackdowns, we've seen Airbnb limits, we've seen ownership registries. Plenty of headlines, but very little housing. These were political wins, not practical solutions. In 2020, rent increases were frozen during COVID. And that made a lot of sense at that time. We needed to do that. But once rent controls were no longer tied to inflation, confidence dropped, developers backed off, and fewer rental projects moved forward. Now, in 2025, the pressure, it hasn't eased at all. Demand is still high, immigration still remains strong, and we're still not building homes fast enough. Even with federally government temporarily slowing immigration and student intake, the math, and it hasn't changed. We spent years regulating the symptoms, and we need to address the root causes. We need to fix zoning. We need to speed up permits. We need to allow more density, and we need to make it financially viable to build again. But here's the truth. Government doesn't build housing. Government regulates housing. And for too long, these regulations have made it harder, not easier, for the market to respond to the demand. We need a real partnership with the private sector. Developers and rental providers are ready to build, but they need a system that works. That means cutting red tape, unlocking land, and letting the market do what it does best, build at scale. And the good news, yes, we have some good news. The public is catching on, and politicians are finally saying it out loud. It has always been about supply and demand. Now that we're facing that reality head on, we have a real chance to move forward and make something positive here. Look, I've been doing this for over 30 years. I've seen booms, I've seen dips, and I've seen some really bad policy come, and then I've seen it go. But there's one thing that's for sure, I know that we need to build more homes. Whether you're a renter, a homeowner, or an investor, this affects you. So, hey, have you got some thoughts on this? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your perspective. Want to talk about your next move? What are your real estate plans? Click that link in the description and book a time that really works for you, and we can sit down and go through them. Did you find this video helpful or interesting? Don't forget to subscribe to weekly real estate updates and insights. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I look forward to meeting with you real soon.